Hi, I'm Anna. I'm here today to review this beautiful fridge freezer. It's a hire, and it was given to me by AO.com. As you can see, the front of it looks slightly different. This is because it's made from titanium glass. Now this stops any dents, scratches that you always get with aluminium or stainless steel, anything like that. It does get fingerprints, but apart from that, you've got a beautiful front that's always going to be like this. Right, let's look inside. As you can see from the door, most fridges go to there. This one goes right back up to here, right back the way out. And look at all the storage space you've got. You can fit numerous amounts of bottles, etc. Anything you want in it. There's tons of room. And this box here is a Sealy box. You can put your smelly food in it, cheeses, garlic, anything like that. Click it shut and it seals so the smell doesn't get into the fridge and taint it. You'll also notice the beautiful backlight it does have. Now this starts dim when you open it and gets brighter. But it's absolutely gorgeous, it makes it look lovely. There's lots of shelf space. As you can see, they go right back. All these shelves have lips on them, they're sturdy, which prevents food dripping down and tainting your other food. So you've got plenty of room there. And also you've got the antibacterial technology. This stops your food actually going off or getting mould or anything like that, which is brilliant. So you've got all this space, but also this slides out, so you can put a cake on it, etc., anything like that. That's the alarm, which will go off, obviously, because when the door's open, it's going to warn you. So that's handy for just getting something out with hand to reach in and pull it out. Now, let's look at the exciting bit. This is the My Zone. This is absolutely fantastic. This bit here, it locks automatically. You unlock it, hold it in for 3 seconds. And then you can select soft defrost, fruit and veg, quick cool, zero, let go and it stays on it. The fruit and veg keeps your fruit and veg pristine condition. For things like blueberries, etc., it's ideal. Quick cool, say you've been out to the shops, you've got a bottle of wine, you want to pop it in, or your milk's even slightly warm, pop it in this drawer, which is, as you can see, is huge. It's 22 litres. That'll keep it right quickly cooled down. Zero fresh is brilliant for like something to keep it cool all the time. You can leave it on that at zero. Soft defrost, take your meat out the night before, pop it in the drawer. It's going to defrost slowly with no risk of it getting warm left out on the side. So that's absolutely brilliant. It is very, very useful indeed. Now what I will say is the quick cool and the zero, try not to leave it on these all the time because it can actually freeze up. But as you can see, you've got a huge amount of space in this one. The actual dimensions in the fridge, you've got 457 litres in the whole of this fridge to store your items in. You've got your salad drawers down here as well, veg and crisps to keep your lettuce, crisp, etc. Wonderful. I mean, how much more room could you need in the fridge? So that's the fridge. Before we look at the freezer, I'll show you the controls, as you can see on the front. Right, so unlock it, hold this till the circle goes all the way around. That's unlocked. So the temperature of the fridge is 3. If you want to change the freezer, you'd press that one, which is minus 18. It goes up to minus 23. Your fridge goes from 1 to 9. We have quick cool again, which cools your food if you've been shopping and you want to pop it in, quickly get it back down to temperature because often it does get warm on the way home. Or you have fast freeze. Now that's ideal again for things that have started to defrost. Pop it in, put that on. Fuzzy. You've probably never seen fuzzy before, but this one actually works on the amount of food that the fridge or the freezer has. It will adjust the temperature itself to keep them at the right temperature for the amount of food that actually is stored in your fridge and freezer. Amazing. Holiday. The last one is holiday. Right. We all go away for a few days, whatever. We always leave the fridge on. With this, you don't need to because holiday mode will actually turn your fridge off. I've just changed it over so I don't leave it on it. Turns your fridge off the whole time you're away. This will go down to normal room temperature, but it won't go mouldy with the antibacterial. But it will also keep your freezer, which is like on all the time, freezing on the temperature you've set it at. The freezer stays on all the time. You'll notice as well the handle's recessed. There's a lovely light there, so you're not touching the front every time you open it. Right, the freezer. Again, this goes right back. As you can see, we've got quite a lot in it already. You've got all this door space here, all these shelves to fill up. Great big shelves at the back, and again that beautiful light at the back of it. This also features a frost-free, so it never is going to freeze up. If you notice your items, there's no frost on them, but they're all frozen perfectly. No ice at all. It doesn't require defrosting, so that's ideal. people who don't want to be faffing about defrosting is a nightmare. You've got all this room, as I say, I've got tons in it. 3 great big drawers as well, which hold tons again. So you can imagine at Christmas you're never going to be juggling to get your food in, because especially with all this room as well, it's absolutely massive. In fact, this holds 335 litres of food. The total capacity for both the fridge and the fridge freezer will actually hold 4 full shopping trolleys of food. 4. Right, what you've noticed probably is that there's no ice machine. With some freezers you get water and ice, which I did have on the last one. Well, it's very popular, but we do have an ice maker on it. It's very basic, but it's not ideal, but you open this, you get a jug, pour it into the set of barrels, into that, and it goes into the ice cube tray, which you can see just under there, which is in there. Just let you have a quick look at that. There's your ice cube tray. When it's frozen, all you do is turn the handle, as you can see, tips your ice out, which goes into the bottom, into this bit. Now this bit is a bit of a pain. We'll be honest, to pull out, there's the ice. It's not brilliant, it's a bit sticky. So, as you can see, I can hardly shut it. I think that definitely needs slight improvement on that one. But apart from that, I mean, if you want ice, it holds 4 trays of this ice in there, which is probably enough for any family. That is the only slight niggle I have with this, that it doesn't have an ice and a water dispenser. For the actual price of it, I would have expected something on the front of it. I know it takes up the room, because you normally lose from about there to about there, and they've obviously gone for maximum space with this particular model, which is fair enough. You've got the space. Normally, you know, with losing the space, you still struggle, but that's just perfect. So as you can see, I'll open both together. The actual width of this, when it's open wide, is absolutely huge. I mean, I'm 5'4", so you can see the height of it. The back shelf is like right back. If you've got children, pop your ice creams, etc., like I have on the top shelf, and they can't reach them. Perfect. So it holds all that food, all this space. What more could you want in a fridge freezer? Absolutely amazing. It's guaranteed for 2 years, and the actual motor is guaranteed for 30 years. It's also got an inverter in it in the fridge, in the freezer, so it's quiet. You can't hear it at all. When it's running, you don't even know it's running. It's AA+++, so it's so economical to use. It hardly uses any electricity for the size of it, and you know perfectly everything's going to be absolutely spot on with it. So there we have it, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful American fridge freezer. And I will say the size of it, the drivers from AO.com were amazing. They didn't struggle with it at all. They were friendly, professional. It was straight in, and once you've used it a couple of times, it's just so easy to use. Just remember, hold that till it unlocks, and then you can change your fridge to your freezer, or all these, etc., etc. So thank you very much, AO.com. I absolutely love this, and it is perfect, and it's certainly made a hell of a lot of difference to the amount of food I can store. Thank you for watching my review.